Batman animated series, The Worryman. Yeah, that's right. I'm Pops. I'm going to give it a go. Tell you what I thought about it right now. All right, The Worryman, an episode that I didn't remember. Yeah, I'm Pops, and I've been watching Batman animated series since it started, man. It's my favorite animated show of all time. There's a playlist in the description if you want to check out some of my reactions and rewatch videos and we talk about the show. And Worryman's one I didn't remember. So I guess I can't say it's like high on my list, but let's talk about it a little bit. It kicks off in pretty different ways than most episodes where you have basically a social party of the uber elite that Bruce is attending. And there's this woman named Veronica who has gone overseas into the jungles, and she's there cutting it up and yakking it up with all of her other wealthy gurus and that kind of thing, and talks about bringing back these special souvenirs called the Worrymen. So the Worrymen are equivalent of like a miniature doll that you place under your pillow. She was told that they absorb all of your troubles at night. You can sleep, you can live a stress-free day. And basically, Hayden and Bruce, people that are there, kind of just take her in all this. All right, fine, I'll take one home. And Bruce notices that there's someone upstairs. What's going on up there? There's this mysterious shaman, the Native American shaman, that Jaguar shaman that Batman kind of sneaks up on, and they have a little fisticuff here. They're going to throw down. I have to admit, it's very interesting to see how they have no problem allowing Batman to sort of like get taken for like something very simple with this little rock that ricochets back and hits him from behind. Creates enough of a distraction for the shaman to create some chaos inside. It caused the Batman to have to steer away from capturing him, basically to rescue everybody from inside. And that's exactly what Batman does, of course. Then back at the cave, Alfred and Batman are going to talk about their little worrymen. And that leads us with this little weird moment where Alfred decides to, hey, I'm going to give Bruce some good dreams. I'm going to like, well, what do I have to lose? It's silly. They make light of it, of course. But the next day, things get a little weird. When Bruce shows up at work at the office, the secretaries arrange to have millions and millions of dollars per Bruce's instructions put into this little briefcase that he takes and sets on a ledge. Has no memory of any of this happening, by the way. And she's like, "What is going on?" And then, of course, they see this shaman swing by, grab the suitcase, and away he goes with all the money. And then the news breaks of shenanigans are afoot with other folks that were there at the get together wearing these either wearing the worrymen themselves or having put them underneath their pillows, and they've done all sorts of crazy things. Money's missing, all sorts of bizarre things. One guy's accused of being an embezzler now, and it is all like, okay, hold on, wait, what is actually going on with these things is kind of what Bruce is left with the Batman is left with, and they got to go figure this out. And where are we going to go? We're going to go to the Bat Cave with Alfred. And I will admit, I didn't see this coming. Like I said, I didn't remember this episode at all. Once I got to this point, I realized there was a microchip inside. I'm like, okay, I didn't think it had to do with the shaman, but I still was so pathetically, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm really, really embarrassed to admit I didn't get two and two. I didn't put it together. I didn't see what was coming next. And yeah, it's the Mad Hatter. And he's one of my favorites in the Batman animated series. Kind of took what was kind of like this oddball, sort of outsider type villain, not really anything of substance really in the Batman lore. Even in the comic books that I'm reading at the time when this is dropping, I don't remember a ton of Mad Hatter influence. It was really the animated series that kind of brought that and elevated him to sort of more of like a next tier type villain for Batman to face off with. So Batman's on the hunt. He's going to track down the Mad Hatter. We're going to have our first confrontation between him and the Hatter. And Hatter has created booby traps. That's right, dressed as all of the famous villains from Batman Rogue Gallery. There's a robot Riddler. There's a robot Harley. There's a robot Joker. All of the different things that make this kind of fun and kind of silly at the same time before the little Jaguars kind of attack. And they're, of course, they're real. And then he kind of basically is he's going to monologue and tell Batman exactly what's going on, and which is interesting because I never again saw this coming. That basically the Hatter is basically trying to find a way out. He was like, I'm just going to bail out. I'm just going to go to the jungles. I'm going to disappear. I'm going to do that thing. And Roddy McDowall is fantastic as the voice here. Like he does such a great job. And he realizes that when he escapes out to Central America, he finds out that they can do this, manipulation there to get all this money out of these elites and basically partner with this shaman basically to make these dolls. And there you go. This guy's little scheme. and next thing you know, they're going to take out the Batman. Right? That's what the plan's always going to be. There's a shot of the Hatter undercover with his little dolls, the microchips inside. I love the fact that there's like this quick little shot of him meeting Veronica, but it's like it's not as though he's like a regular looking dude, like or something. It's like he doesn't fit in like at all. But hey, that's okay. We're gonna go on with our plan. He's going to try to get to Batman, and Batman's using devices to kind of create chaos, and that's when he kind of gets the upper hand on the Hatter by pulling away their headpieces, and therefore they're not being exposed to the microchip and the frequency, and therefore they're able to not be under his mind control now. Of course, Bruce puts the money back. He keeps a little souvenir because the shaman actually didn't want everything. And you have a quick little outtake where what is actually underneath the Mad Hatter's pillow in Arkham is a little Batman doll. And that is not letting him sleep, shall we say. He's having a restless night because there's the little Batman doll. And that's how the episode ends. So look, all in all, kind of a forgettable Batman episode, sure, but actually still enjoyable for what it was. Like I enjoy the fact that it's clever, it's fun, it creates interesting dynamics within the universe, it makes it a nice little adventure. There's nothing really weird or odd or anything like that. It doesn't really necessarily have anything big that stands out. Maybe if the robots that were attacking him were more dynamic or there's something really more memorable that happened in that sequence, but even when Batman uses his feet to stop the guillotine, it's sort of absurd. It's one of the weaker elements of the episode. And the fact that the shaman and everything it all just kind of dissipates and goes away, it doesn't lend itself to be like one of the top tier episodes or like that. But again, as weak as this episode may be, it is still head and shoulders above most things that are out there. So I still love going back to it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the episode. Have you watched Batman Animated Series recently or not? Feel free to hit me up in those comments. I love interacting with you guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pops.